Are we getting deja vu a little bit as Wolves fans? After Vitor Pereira's recent quotes, speaking in the media again. It was translated via Sports Witness, so there may be a bit of like a lost in translation thing happening here. But I will read out the quotes about his concerns about this summer transfer window. And I'll also talk about some more transfer rumours on ins and outs up towards the end of the video. But yeah, so as mentioned, Sport Witness translated another interview that Vitor Pereira did. A lot of it was the same old stuff, talking about Wolves players needed confidence when he come in, all things he spoke about, and how much he loves the Premier League, etc., etc. Also, it was said that another Premier League team wanted him, and he picked Wolves over them because he identified how good our squad was. But the juicy bit come here, and it's caused a little bit of hysteria within the Wolves community online, as it always does. But this is what he said. I didn't come to the Premier League to fight to avoid relegation. Fair enough. We're glad to hear that, Vitor. I came here with the idea of building a strong, consistent project. My goal is to create a competitive team that can compete against anyone. And both the club and I are looking for solutions. Bloody hell, if that don't sound like Nuno, nothing will. Got a bit of PTSD from that word. My ambition and that of the fans will be even higher next season. I mean, it can't get much lower, can it? It can't get any worse. It can't keep going on like this, can it?
It can.
We have a good, strong team, but I'm a little worried about the situation of losing players. We must bring in quality players because the expectations are growing. Now, that particular line there, the bit where he says, I'm a little worried about the situation of losing players, obviously he's referring to Aït-Nouri, Cunha, Semedo, who may or may not go, Sarabia, and there may be more, as you'll see at the end of this video. But somebody online, and I don't know who originally come up, but someone shared it on WhatsApp with me, of a load of articles over the last 3 or 4 managers, all saying the same sort of thing. We need signings. It's got Lopetegui, it's got Gary O'Neill, it's got Bruno Lage, it's even got Nuno on there saying it. So that's what I say, is this a stroke of deja vu? Or are Wolves fans panicking a bit too early? It's the 23rd of June. The transfer window shuts 1st of September. We've got Fer Lopez in. Now, I'm not saying Fer Lopez is the answer in terms of replacing the likes of Matheus Cunha. I've said that before. But at the moment, I get the panic. I get that we've seen this all before. And I get the lack of trust in Jeff Shee. I get the reaction, I really do. But for me personally, although a bit like Vitor Pereira, I'm a little bit worried. But at the moment, I'm not massively worried. For one, look, I wouldn't trust Jeff Shee as far as I could throw him. He seems to be the recurring problem, and he seems to be the only one not losing his job or getting replaced at Wolves. Fosun seemed to trust him, but when things go wrong, he don't get rid of himself. He gets rid of Laurie Dalrymple, he got rid of Scott Sellers. Matt Hobbs was the last one to lose his job. And now we've got the new man, Dominico Teti, who was seen a lot in the Fer Lopez behind the scenes video of him signing, and he come across really well. Obviously bilingual, can speak a lot of language, and seemed like a very nice bloke, to be fair. And he's worked with Vitor Pereira before. So this is why I'm not worried. We've changed it up. We've heard quotes and articles from Johnny Phillips saying that the penny's dropped with Fosun. They know they've got to get players in. We've got one in, but as I said, it's very early. We've lost some stars, but we expected to lose 3 of the 4. Well, Semedo still might stay. So you've got to, at the moment, stick with them. If it gets to the end of the transfer window and we've only brought Fer Lopez in and maybe only brought one other in, then worry. I agree. But at the moment, let's hold our horses. I get people panicking because, look, when you're a kid and you touch a bloody fire guard and it burns your hand, if someone says to you, oh, do it again, honestly, it's fine, and then it burns your hand again. That's like Jeff Shee. Jeff Shee's the fire guard in that rubbish analogy I've just used.
What?
He's let us down over the last few years in transfer windows. But hopefully this time they can put their money where their mouth is and back Vitor Pereira, because we don't want another situation where our manager leaves this club. But anyway, comment your thoughts down below on that, because I've seen the uproar, I've seen the panic, but I've also seen the calmness, and people have got a similar attitude to me where it's like, let's judge it later on. But I found that really interesting And as I said, then quotes may have been lost in translation, but people have been running with it, so I thought I'd discuss it. Anyway, let's talk about transfer rumours in and out. The big one being a player from Rangers, a defensive midfielder from Rangers. Now, this one surprises me. One, because we don't need a defensive midfielder, in my opinion. We've got the best defensive midfielder in the league in Andre. And yeah, that's why. That's my biggest reason. But anyway, Nicholas Raskin from Rangers, defensive midfielder, 24 years of age. It's reported that Wolves have been tracking him for the last 18 months and they've got a huge interest in him. So, will it happen? I don't know. There's been a few other rumours, but in terms of incomings, this is the only one I'm going to mention today because I'm fed up of talking about really random ones that never seem to come of anything. But this one, keep your eye on it. Nicholas Raskin. We don't need a defensive midfielder. We've still got Tommy Doyle here. We've still got Boubacar Traore here. So I don't get this one. But there we go. Huge interest, apparently. And that was reported by a Scottish outlet. I think it's the Daily Record of Scotland news outlet. So that's come from the Rangers world, not even the Wolves world, that one. In other news, not an outgoing, or an incoming. Matheus Mane, the superstar future prospect for Wolves. Still very young. I believe he turns 18 soon. I know he's not 18 yet because he can't wear the sponsor on his shirt when he came on against Brighton. But he's going to sign his first pro deal. Liam Keane dropped this story, and he's apparently turned down a load of interest from other Premier League clubs to stay at Wolves and sign a deal with us because he knows he'll probably get a very good chance of playing first team football next season. He's like a wide forward, isn't he? So he'll be competing for those number 10 areas, you would imagine. And he does look good, doesn't he, if you see clips of him playing in the youth teams. So hopefully he signs that deal and he's a future star for us. With a name like Matheus, let's hope he's a loved future star and don't end up becoming the villain. Sasa Kalajdzic has been talking. We did a video on him quite a month or so ago now about has he got a future at Wolves. And I also spoke about him wanting to go out on loan. And again, he said, as it stands, he will start pre-season with Wolves. But he wants to play first-team football, so a loan will be suited for all parties. That's what he seems to think. Because let's be honest, he's not going to start over Strand Larsen, and he wants to start. And I get it. So we may see Kalajdzic go out on loan towards the end of pre-season, if anyone wants him. But I'm sure someone will, somewhere. Hugo Bueno. Sports Witness again dropped this one. Hugo Bueno's in demand. Robin van Persie's a huge admirer of Hugo Bueno and how he did at Feyenoord. He wants to keep him, either to loan or permanently keep at the left back. Wolves even did a video, didn't they, interviewing Van Persie, put on their own channel. He loves him. So, also, it's reported that Leeds hold an interest in Hugo Bueno. And if Wolves were to sell him permanently, they would choose to sell him to Leeds because they believe they'd get more money off Leeds than they would Feyenoord. But for me personally, I hope we keep him. I know we're linked with Gerard Martin from Barcelona, but I think Hugo Bueno could potentially be a starter for us next season. So I hope he does not leave. But if he does, it looks like it's going to be a return to Feyenoord, or Leeds could swoop in and get our Spaniard left back. And last, I'll say but not least, but yeah, whatever. Guedes linked with a move to Besiktas. He made it very clear that he wants to move on. Vitor Pereira revealed that the last time he spoke about Wolves to the Portuguese press. So it could be Guedes is off to Turkish side Besiktas. And I think he may be followed by the likes of Hwang Hee-chan, maybe, with all the rumours of attacking midfielders we're linked with, and obviously Fer Lopez coming in. So yeah. But anyway, that's all I got today. Bit of a longer video from me, but I really wanted to talk about those Vitor Pereira quotes. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new. As you know, I'm after 10,000, and it's really appreciated, and it helps the channel with the algorithm. Thank you, everybody, and have a nice week.